Hello everybody, bring you another game from the Nerdy Shore weekly Starcraft 2 tournament. I have to report a mistake I was making in the previous game. That was not game 1, I don't believe. Because I was checking my replay folder and apparently I only observed 2 of the games between LDkiki or Deatheire. For some reason the other replay was lost forever. But I believe this is game 3, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you with the prior knowledge that I have that I believe we are tied at a game apiece. I don't know if I'm going to actually go back and cast that game. I have enough time, I think, to cast all of the games in the Platinum Division that I either took part of or observed, which was just about all of them. It's going to be 3 series total between 6 players. But yeah, I happen to know this is the 3rd game, if I remember correctly. And they are tied at a game apiece. Either that or this is the 2nd game, and for some reason I didn't observe the 3rd. But regardless, I'll let you know the outcome of the series. I happen to remember that. And yeah, and hopefully you'll enjoy this game on Crossfire. Not something you see on ladder very much. You see in a few tournaments, though, including this one, obviously. 2 thieves passing in the middle of the night. Identical scout timings from these 2 players, virtually, as they cross each other in the middle of the map. LDkiki rejoiced to find a non-Zerg. I believe LDkiki was complaining about having played quite a few Zergs in a row on the ladder before this tournament, and then being matched up in a couple of Zerg versus Zergs. Just happened that Deatheire spawned as a couple of Zerg versus Zergs, so he was tired of that matchup. LDkiki getting in here, fighting an SCV with a drone. Usually not the best matchup for the drone. For the SCV, rather, the drone will recover a few hit points, but LDkiki's gotta get this drone away. A single hit point. He might be able to escape unless Death pulls this SCV off construction. Oh no, nice extractor steal. They're gonna save that drone's life. That's a very strong technique for keeping your drones alive in a pinch like that. So nothing too exciting from either of these players' builds. LDkiki just finishing spawning pool. Barracks already constructed by Deatheire, getting a single marine out, followed by another one in queue. What happened to our drone friend there? Did he? Oh, looks like he was killed by his SCV counterpart in the corner, chased down into a corner and murdered mercilessly. Deatheire already getting his gas. 2nd barracks going down. Gas for LDkiki also up, so we bring up the production tab. Orbital command barracks for our Terran player, 2 Zerglings, an Overlord, Queen, and Speed for our Zerg. So just moving on into the early game here. It looks like no early pressure is going to be applied. LDkiki scouting aggressively with his Overlord. I expect this to die. Yep. Deatheire spotting the Overlord. He will not be overlording any longer. LDkiki's going to kill this little guy as he got a little greedy with the scout, something I still do, but as a Zerg player you want to avoid getting too crazy with the Overlord scout, especially when they have such a long ways to go. You can always expect that Marine to be there. Good thing to do just straight off the bat, maybe send him over here so you can do some mid-game scouting. Have him floating in a safe area near the natural or main base of your opponent, and you can just float him in there later. But I hope I'm not being too critical there. It's something I still do on occasion, and something you definitely want to avoid, though, as losing an Overlord early hurts. Looks like he's supply blocked right now, getting another Overlord at the moment. Getting his Natural Expo up and running. On kind of a late Natural Expo timing, I believe. He's currently at 26 supply. Seems a little late to me. Usually Caesar getting that at either 15 or 18 or 20, much more standard. Sitting on a single Queen, building a 2nd. Nothing too exciting going on. Doing some little scouting with a Zergling. Gonna scoot away with that little Zergling. He spots the Tech Lab and the reactor on this barracks, so Deatheire maybe getting Marauders? I don't know. I'm not sure what the Marauders would be for. You don't usually see Roaches in Zerg vs. Terrors unless... Okay, just as I say that, Roach Warren goes up for LDkiki. Not in response to Hellions or anything, I don't believe, because he is not scouted all the way down to his factory, but maybe he is rightfully scared of Blue Flame Hellions, which are going to be on the way to his base sooner rather than later, and this Roach Warren's going to be perfect. So LDkiki, either with good game sense or just a strong general strategy, going to be prepared for Blue Flame Hellions when they make their way down here. Upgrade almost complete. 2 Hellions already out. So he's going to be doing that big time bonus damage to light units. I think it's something like 20 total. Currently at 14 damage versus light. He's going to be doing 24 versus light. This is what you get with that upgrade. That's something good to remember. If you can keep math in mind in between games and use it to plan your strategy, is usually a good idea. Not the best thing to be doing mathematical calculations in the middle of a match, but I digress. That's fairly useless information at this point. So 6 Marines getting a little gung-ho, killing a scouting Zergling. Going to be supported by his 3 blue flame Hellions, though. Usually a very strong build against Zerg, but oh no, he has the Warren, but no roaches on the way. I don't think he's spotted these Hellions as of yet, so no reason necessary. Okay, 6 roaches on the way. 6 roaches on the way for LDkiki. Gonna be perfectly prepared for this. Though Marauders already on the way for Deatheire. I don't know if this got scanned. Let's take a look. No, he doesn't know about the Roach Warren. So both of our players seem to have a sixth sense about this game, getting Marauders for the Roaches. A couple of units you don't usually see being built blind like these players have. Roach is getting a few hits on these Hellions, but if he's not careful, LDkiki could take a ton of damage for these blue flame Hellions. He's going to be running his drones out. Oh, they're just standing still. Get out of there. Only 1 drone goes down. Oh, here comes. Oh my god. That is a ton of drones. Oh my god. 17, 19 workers killed. Oh my gosh. LDkiki, send your roaches. He did such a good job building them, but the drone evacuation left a little bit desired. LDkiki complimenting his opponent. Nice snipe of the Hellion with those drones. Another hit would have taken out another 5-6 drones maybe. So 21 workers killed for our random player Deatheire. Agreeing with his opponent that he got quite a shot off on those clump drones. Those poor drones. Something any Zerg players hate to see, no doubt. Any Zerg players watching certainly cringed during that moment. So LDkiki gonna put on a little pressure though with these 5-6 roaches. How many does he have total right now? Yep, just his entire roach forces right here. Gonna be going up against a handful of Marines, and those Marauders are bad news for your roaches. Luckily in Zerg versus Terran, you're not. If you do have the roaches, your opponent generally doesn't have the foresight to get Marauders. Usually just stick with whatever silly tank Marine thing they're doing, but these Marauders are going to be murderous against those roaches. If we do see an engagement, but LDkiki just chilling at the watchtower, the forward watchtower, circling, scouting around for a third, but our random player is actually just sitting on a single base still. As we look at the units, yeah, LDkiki still has 48 drones. I don't know how much he had after he lost it. I wasn't paying the most attention. I apologize for that, but up to 48 drones versus our 29 for our Terran player, so a big economic advantage still, despite having suffered heavy losses. His army's suffering a little bit, having to re-drone so heavily, but LDkiki is in a really good economic position. He might be in a lot of trouble if these guys moved out. Could be in big time trouble, but for the moment he's just raking in the minerals, raking in the gas now on 2 guys who's getting his 3rd and 4th. Deatheire electing to hide in expansion is how I'd call it. Pretty risky move. If our Zerg player scouts this, it's not going to be very easily defended. Ooh, LDkiki does spot this. Don't let him know that you see it. Alright, now everybody knows everything. But they, did LDkiki spot the drop coming in? Deatheire with several Marauders and 2 Marines. Oh, hidden hatchery for LDkiki, also going to be spotted by this drop. He'll probably just elect to drop at this expansion once he sees that morphing in. Quite a few more roaches from our roach lover LDkiki here. Loves roaches in TvZ. Nice snipe going to happen here. I have to say that's going to go down. He was getting the planetary fortress to try to defend this out of position expansion, but not going to happen. He's going to want to cancel and lift this building. Not going to be able to save that. Lift it. No, not going to be able to save it at all. This whole expansion idea not going to work out so well for Deatheire. Probably going to want to try to take this naturally. He has the forces to defend it, so. Oh, one of our observers pinging that the drop did in fact take out this morphing hatchery. Probably also going to be moving into the main here. Definitely going to be moving into the main. LDkiki should expect this though.